Some concerning new trends are coming out of the Leeds student housing market. This is definitely a video landlords should pay attention to. But first, the good news. International postgraduate demand is booming across the city. As you can see from this graph, the University of Leeds has seen a significant increase in overseas undergraduates since 2018. And in 2023, international postgraduate students made up nearly 17% of the student population, compared to just 9% in 2014. However, something which should prick up the ears for landlords is the change in domestic undergraduates coming to the city, which is traditionally the core market for student landlords offering shared accommodation. In 2014, the UK undergraduates made up over 76% of students across Leeds, but by 2023, this had dropped to 63%. Now, it's interesting to see that the University of Leeds has been able to offset the drop in UK students by increasing its international overseas student base, but this is no accident. Given the inflationary pressures faced by universities and the freezing of tuition fees for around a decade, universities have been incentivized to recruit a greater number of international students given the higher fees overseas students pay. So what does this mean for landlords? Firstly, if you want to attract the growing international student market, because not all of them can afford the expenses of PBSA, and if you're looking to refurbish a house, it makes sense to configure the floor plan to include ensuite bedrooms, because this is a big requirement for many internationals. They also like to be in shared accommodation near campus, so if you're looking to buy, factor this in mind. But that said, for UK undergraduates, they too are drawn to high quality shared accommodation. So here are 3 practical things you can do to secure your future tenants. Number 1, continue to invest in high demand areas near university campuses. Number 2, potentially offer flexible contracts to attract international students who may not want to be here around the summer. Number 3, focus on areas near universities that are well served by public transport to attract that international student and postgraduate returners. And 4, maintain high property standards to stay competitive. But lastly, don't be alarmed, because off-street private rentals still remain the significant segment by far of the overall student housing market. It's also worth noting that the growth in PBSA supply across the city is outpacing student population growth, which might lead to an oversupply of this type of accommodation in the future. So are you ready to adapt your strategy to maximize rental returns?